Hi, this is Fran from Angelite Messages with Francesca, and today's reading is to answer the question, what is really going on? Okay, so this situation could be something in any area of your life. It could be about a job, it could be about a relationship, or it could be about finances. So really any situation where you're wondering, am I seeing things the right way? Or is there something going on that I don't know about? Okay, what is really going on? So you have three choices today. Today with choice one, you have the angel message of abundance. Abundance. So if your situation resonates with abundance, you also have the crystal, the blue quartz crystal. Okay. The second choice has the angel message of birth, and it also has the orange quartz crystal. So if you're attracted to that combination, you can choose pile 2. And your third choice has the angel message of communication, and that has the amethyst crystal. Okay, so think about which choice you'd like to make. Take a deep breath. Think about which pile is calling out to you. We have pile 1 with abundance, pile 2 with birth, and pile 3 with communication. Okay. If you haven't made your choice yet, please pause the video. And I'm just going to move pile 2 and pile 3 to the side. Okay, let's start with pile 1. Pile 1. Hi, pile 1. So you have the blue quartz crystal. Blue is the color of the throat chakra. So this might have something to do with speaking your mind. You may find yourself in a situation where you have spoken your mind and you're not sure if it was enough, if it was good for you to do that. You also could be in a situation where you need to speak up. I think most of you are afraid to speak up. I think I'm feeling like it's kind of stuck in your throat. You want to say something, but you're afraid and you're not sure if it would do any good. So let's see what the cards have to say. And this has to do with the angel message of abundance. So this is obviously something you have been trying to manifest. It's something that you've been trying to bring into your life. And it's something, whatever the problem is, it's something that is connected to something that would make you very happy. Okay, what's really going on in this situation? Okay, so I'm going to be using for all three readings, I'm using the Arcanum Tarot. So for the first question, we're going to ask, what do I think is going on? What do I think is going on? And we're going to draw 2 cards. What do I think is going on? What does pile 1 think is going on? Okay, you've got the 9 of Cups. Okay, you feel like in this situation you're getting your heart's desire, or you think this situation has to do with a wish fulfillment. Okay, that's what you think is going on. You think things are going according to your plan. You feel that you feel very happy with the situation. You may, that fear might be, is something going to take it away? But you're seeing it as your heart's desire. Something's going on in the situation that makes you think like you're getting what you really want. You're getting that abundance. Let's see what your second card has to say about that. Ten of Cups. Okay, whatever you asked about, you think that everything's coming together, and that, this is the happy family card. So a lot of you might have been asking about a relationship. You might have been asking about the birth of a child. This is like living happily ever after. That's what you're seeing right now. Now, if it's not a personal situation, then it's something that's bringing you great joy. It's something that you definitely have been working towards, okay? So you're seeing that things are going to work out and that this is what you want, okay? So you're feeling pretty good about this situation. Now, we're going to ask Tarot what's actually going on. I'm not going to ask Tarot. We're going to use Tarot to ask Spirit. What's actually going on, Spirit? Let me do another shuffle since I misspoke there. Spirit, what is really going on? Is it as positive as the 9 and 10 of Cups lead us to believe? So what's actually going on? Okay, we've got the Fool, and that might sound negative to you, but that's not negative. What the Fool is saying is that you're starting a new situation. You're at the beginning of a journey, and you do have high hopes, okay? So I think that does go along with the first two cards. The only thing that's a little different is the Fool is 0, and the 10 of Cups, 10, is the end of the cycle. So what Spirit's trying to tell you is that this is only the beginning, okay? We'll find out if there's anything you have to do to keep this going. But the Fool trusts and has faith, okay? That's what you're doing right now. And really, this is not a situation at all where the Fool is negative. I don't think, for me, there's not a lot of situations where the Fool is negative, okay? It's really about going after what you want, starting on a new path, believing that it's all going to work out, okay? And this is for what is actually going on. So far that resonates. Let's get another card. What's actually going on? King of Wands. King of Wands is a very fiery energy. If this is about a person, whether it's male or female, this person's very stable, very organized, goes after what he or she wants. Okay? With the Fool, I would say that what is actually going on is that you're at the beginning of a journey, and the King of Wands is one of the best places that you can end up at. So King of Wands is also a leadership card. So I'm thinking, especially for those of you maybe that aren't asking about a relationship, either you're working to be this kind of person who leads others, who's very brave leader, someone who doesn't just go along with the crowd. This is like what you're working towards. Or you have someone like this in your life who's going to be helping you on this path. Okay, so if you feel like you're over-reliant on someone, so like in a career, if you feel like, I don't know if this person is going to be a good person to work with or to work for, this is a big yes. Okay? So right now, for the what do I think is going on and what is actually going on, I see a lot of congruence. So I would say keep going after whatever situation you asked about. Your outcome is going to be abundance. Okay? Now the third question we're going to ask is, what, if anything, should I do? Okay? And actually, I'm not using tarot for that question. I'm going to use Wisdom of the Oracle. These are great advice cards. So what, if anything, should pile 1 do to help us get to that abundance? Is there anything you need to do to get to your abundance there? Okay, flexible. All right. So be prepared for things not to work out exactly the path that you thought of before. Be ready for some twists and turns, not necessarily negative, but be flexible in what you think is coming your way. And be flexible, if this is a career situation, definitely be flexible in and maybe what you think you want to manifest. So the abundance that's coming to you might be an abundance that you didn't think about before. That's what I'm getting with this card. Like everyone likes these paths here, that are nice and smooth. You see these light green paths, and but the problem with those paths is that they go in a circle, okay? So they can be a little bit boring. When you're flexible, you're allowing yourself to go away from a path, okay? So don't feel like everything has to happen the way you think it's supposed to happen, okay? Spirit's saying that they have some surprises up their sleeves for you, okay? So just be flexible and remember, have faith. The Fool is all about having faith. That's one area of advice. So you're going to be flexible. And then one other piece of advice, please, Spirit. Ooh, thank you. Your other piece, you got 2 of them. Okay, so your first one is blessed. This has to do with knowing that your spirit has your back. The universe is right there with you, helping you. And never forget to express gratitude because you are blessed. And message in a bottle. Okay, you might be getting a message soon, either by email or phone call, that's going to start you off on this Fool path. I feel that really strongly. You're going to get some kind of communication. And remember, this was the throat chakra. So the throat chakra is all about communication. So I think that resonates pretty well. Okay. Now, to end my reading, what I've been doing is giving my clients a chance to ask a yes or no question about the situation. So I'm just going to move these cards out of the way. Ooh. And I'm going to bring the pendulum here. All right, so you can think of a yes or no question that has to do with this situation. And if you're not ready, you're going to want to pause the video. Okay, so the pendulum stopped at maybe. Okay, so what I do for the maybes is I'm going to take 3 yes or no cards and see if Spirit is willing to tell us. I have a feeling they're not going to be willing to tell you, though. Is Spirit willing to tell us, is this more a yes, more a no, or you just aren't meant to know right now? Remember, you got that. Be flexible. So this might be part of being flexible, not getting an answer right now to this question. So let's see. Proceed. So that's more of a yes. Ooh, now we got 2 here. Yes, sirree. So that's more of a yes. And we got a hell no. Okay, so you have 2 yeses over 1 no. So I would say it's more likely that the answer to your question is yes. Okay? All right, pile 1, I hope you enjoyed that reading. I'm going to move on now to pile 2. Hi, pile 2. You picked the orange orange calcite. Sorry about that. Now, there is a chakra associated with orange. That's the sacral chakra. And I'm trying to think how to put this into words. So the question that we're dealing with is, what's really going on? Am I seeing things clearly in this situation? And this has to do with the sacral chakra has to do with something that being connected to the earth, okay? To me, whenever someone picks this crystal, the message that always comes to me is energy. This has something to do with energy. So it might be the law of attraction that you're working with, but there's definitely going to be action in these cards coming out. Something to do with action has to do with your situation. Okay. I'm just going to put that there for now. And your angel message was birth. So obviously births have to do with something new coming into your life. You could have asked about someone you just started dating. This could be about a new job opportunity. Anything that's new in your life. And of course, if you were asking about having a baby or adopting a child, this is definitely your pile. Okay? So what I'm going to do is, for all three readings, I'm using the Arcanum Tarot. And I'm going to shuffle these really well because I just used them. So we're asking Spirit, what is really going on in this situation? Your first question is going to be, what do I think is going on? And we're going to see how that matches up to what's really going on. Okay, Spirit, this is for pile 2. What do I think is going on? Oop, you've got 2 right off the bat. Okay, so what I think is going on, the Emperor. So the Emperor is someone, or represents someone who can take charge easily. This is someone who likes to take care of others, but does so not by expressing emotions, but by doing things for other people. So what you think is going on, you feel like either you are this Emperor where you're taking care of others, or someone involved in the situation is trying to take care of you. Now, this isn't always wanted, okay? Sometimes the Emperor does get a little overbearing, okay? So what you think is going on, it can be either that you are trying to control a situation, and by control, I don't mean in such a bad way, but when you're trying to take care of someone else, or when you're trying to help a company, sometimes you don't listen to other people, okay? So, and like I said, it can be either you or it can be someone else in this situation. So even though they're trying to care for you, or even though you're trying to care for someone else, it's coming off as controlling right now. Okay. And then you have the Four of Wands. Wow. So I wasn't going to mention this, but since the Four of Wands came up, the Four of Wands is the card signifying a divine relationship. And by divine, I mean there's an emperor involved and an empress, okay? So this is like twin flame energy. And if you don't know what twin flame energy is, it's basically a type of soulmate, okay? So if this is a relationship, if you're asking about a partnership, a relationship that you've just started or that you've been in for a while, what you think is going on is that you're meant to be together, okay? Now, as far as career goes or finances, what you think is going on is that you're in control and that this is a happy situation, Okay, the four is always about stability. The Four of Wands means stability, and it's tied to this energy that's coming off the crystal there, because it feels like a celebration, but a little bit more than a celebration that has some meat behind it. Like, it's not celebrating something that you think is going to happen. It's celebrating something that is down to earth, something that is exciting. So whatever situation it is, you find it exciting, and you also find it bringing you peace. Okay, the doves are up there to show the peace. The wands themselves, sometimes they're called rods, sometimes they're called wands. They are representing the stability part, and the doves are representing the peace. So this situation, I'm going to put these in the order they came up. What do you think is happening? Well, I feel that you think whatever situation you're in right now, you feel like it's going along well. I feel like we're meant to be together, or I'm meant to be doing this work, or, if it has to do with finances, you feel like everything's hunky-dory, everything's going great. And because of the birth card, I think this is a new situation, okay? Now, our second question is, what is actually going on? Now, we want to see if these cards go along, if they resonate with these first two cards. Are they going to give us a message of stability? Are they going to give us a message of caring for something or for someone? Are they going to give the same idea of being in control? Now, there's nothing wrong with being in control. It's when it's at its extreme that it's negative. Okay, your first card is the High Priestess. Okay. Yeah, the High Priestess definitely resonates with the Emperor. The High Priestess is about someone in this situation is really withdrawing and thinking things over. Okay? This has to do with meditation, prayer, listening to the intuition. Okay? So what's actually going on is someone in this situation is kind of taking a step back and really trying to focus on what their intuition is telling them. Okay, it could be you, it could be another person. This is not an action card at all. Okay, this is more of a reflecting card. Okay, so that kind of puts it at odds with the Four of Wands, because the Four of Wands I see as being more energetic. Okay, this has to do more like with the Swords energy of just going within. Okay, let's see what the other card is before I can really tell you what is actually going on. So Spirit, what's actually going on? Oh, we got two. Okay, you got the Six of Wands, which is the celebration card, the victory card. Okay, so this definitely resonates with what we've seen. This person definitely is a leader. You can see that. So right now, sixes are about moving from a bad situation into a good situation. Okay, so yeah, what's really going on is someone is taking the time to follow their intuition, to listen for answers from Spirit. Because of that, we have this this card of moving on and being victorious. Okay, sixes are about moving on. The Six of Wands is having been through a battle and coming out victorious. So that definitely resonates. Oh, and now we have the Hanged Man. So the Hanged Man has to do with taking a different perspective. Okay, so what is actually going on in this situation, I really feel like these two cards do these two cards do resonate with the message of caring for someone or something, taking a leadership role, having stability. These two also have to do with stability. And I think the Hangman is telling you flexibility, changing your perspective, or someone changing their perspective. That's what's really going on. So you perspective changing than giving birth to a child or bringing a child into your family. So just be prepared for that. Like, I think you're seeing things, what you think is going on, but I think because this Hanged Man kind of snuck out with the Six of Wands, if you're not flexible in your thinking, like sometimes the Emperor is not flexible in his thinking, then just be prepared to see things a little differently. Okay? Now, I'm not talking complete opposite. I'm not talking that you're not seeing these things, you're not seeing things clearly. Okay? I think you're seeing things clearly, but just be prepared to have to take a different perspective soon. Okay, because that was a third card that came out when I wasn't intending three. So what is your advice? Well, we're going to go to the Wisdom of the Oracle, and we're going to ask for 2 cards of advice. What, if anything, should pile 3 do? What advice? Ooh, thank you. Chop wood. Okay, yeah, this definitely resonates. Chop wood means to keep going the way you're going, okay? Get up, brush your teeth, take a shower, get ready for work, go to work, do all those things you have to do every day, okay? And whatever the situation is about, whatever you're doing, keep doing it. The only caveat to that is this Hanged Man here. Just be prepared to see things a little differently. Okay, but as far as what you need to do, you don't really need to do much other than what you're already doing. Okay, so whatever has brought you to this situation, just keep working at it the way you've been working at it. Keep seeing it the way you've been seeing it. Just be prepared to have to maybe be a little flexible in your thinking, a little more flexible. Okay, Spirit, could I have one more card for what, if anything, pile 3 should do? Thank you. Okay, your second piece of advice is clean it up. Clean it up. Okay, so I'm feeling that this clean it up has to do with your fears. Okay. Try not to let your fears get the best of you. You may be thinking very negatively right now. Practice some positive affirmations, meditate, pray more often. Keep things the way they are in your life right now. Okay? Don't let, how clutter kind of just piles up. And makes it hard to even be comfortable. That's going on in your mind right now and maybe in your heart, okay? So just brush those fears away. I feel like if there are fears, you already have a plan on how to deal with them, okay? And again, that change in perspective might help with the fears. So this is very positive. The way that you're seeing things resonates very well with how things really are in this situation that you asked about. This might be a new situation for you. Like you might have had to go through some battles to get to this point. But this is the beginning. This is a new beginning in your life. Okay? So keep doing what you're doing. Excuse me. And try not to let your fears get to you. Try to, banish them. Okay. So I've been ending my readings with a pendulum question. You can ask a yes or no question that has to do with this situation, and we'll see what Spirit has to say to you. So if you're not ready, you're going to want to pause that video, and here we go. Okay. So again, we have a maybe. So what I do with maybe answers is I get my yes/no cards. I'm going to be pulling 3 of them. And we're going to see if the answer is more likely yes, more likely no, or Spirit doesn't want to give you the answer yet for some reason. Try again. That's a maybe. Sorry. So that's going to count for a maybe. It's very frustrating to get a maybe, but maybe that's the change in perspective that we need. Possibly. So that's going to be a yes. Oh no, possibly is a maybe as well, actually. It's right in the middle, isn't it? Totally. Okay. So I think right now Spirit doesn't want to give you a response. One yes card did come up. So it's still maybe, but this is another positive card. Like that whole reading was very positive to me. So I'm not saying that the answer is yes. The answer is maybe for sure. But if that's making you lose hope, remember you did get 1 yes. Okay? All right. I hope you enjoyed that reading. And we're going to go on to pile number 3. And the crystal for pile 3 was the amethyst. Amethyst is purple, which is I keep getting confused if it's the crown or the third eye. I think this is the third eye color for the third eye chakra. So Spirit has been with you on this journey. Whatever question, what is really going on, whatever the situation is, Spirit has been with you. So I really feel like you're someone who meditates or prays often. Spirit's been along for a ride. I feel like this has been quite the ride for you, whatever the situation is. I think out of the 3 piles, you've had the least confidence. I don't know if you're not listening to Spirit or if you're ignoring your intuition. You really need to hone into your intuition for this one. If you've been following it, wonderful. That's great. If not, that might be your first bit of advice right there. Okay. Your angel message was communication. So I really feel like this is a situation where either you're waiting on some communication or you're afraid to communicate. And again, this can be about a love situation, a job, finances. So I really feel like you're feeling cut off from someone or something right now. Spirit's telling me that most of you do have the fear because you haven't been communicating, but you're not ignoring your intuition either. So I think Spirit's been telling you not to communicate for some reason. So our first question that we're going to look at is, what do I think is going on? So whatever the situation is, what does pile 3 think is going on? Okay, we've got the star. So the star has to do with wishes being granted. you feel that whatever the situation is about, you're seeing it as a chance for you to get what you want. Okay. And again, I feel 21 is a very, not 21, sorry, 17, the star, is a very connected to spirit kind of card. Okay. So I feel like you've been following your intuition, and you feel like you're getting what you've asked for, but not in a negative way. Like, not, I feel like you're trying to follow. See, here's the crown chakra right there being highlighted. So I feel like you're seeing that this situation has to do with something that you've been wanting, and something that you feel you deserve, and something that's been brought to you by spirit. Okay. We have the Page of Swords, which is all about communication coming in. Okay. So, what you think is going on is that you're getting some communication about this situation. You feel it's going to be positive communication, and you feel like it's coming soon. Swords are very quick energy. The Page of Swords is actually a messenger for communication. So this is all fitting together really well. Whatever the situation you're thinking about, you feel like communication is coming in and that you can trust it. The star is a major arcana card, and it's another sign that spirit is with you. Spirit is bringing this to you. So you feel like the communication that you've been working on is going to come in very soon. What's actually going on? Okay, we have the Two of Swords. What's actually going on is whatever you're waiting for communication on, the person or the group that you're waiting for this communication from is making a hard decision. Okay? The Two of Swords has to do with decision making. And it usually is not an easy decision, because you see that moon above the woman with the blindfold. It does feel like it's a hard decision that's being made. It hasn't been made yet, but it's a hard decision. And as far as timing, like, we just had a new moon recently, and this is a full moon. So I'm thinking it's going to take a little longer than you think it's going to take. Okay? Let's see what the second card is for this. What's really going on? Well, what's really going on is there's not a decision made yet in this situation. Maybe within a month, though, it should be coming. The Page of Swords, you think it's going to happen quicker than that. Oh, that's too many. Spirit, can I have just one card, please? What's really going on? What's actually going on? Okay. Seven of Swords. Okay. So what's actually going on is someone in this situation is I want to say they're trying to get away with something, but this decision would require them to disappoint someone else. Okay? So I'm really feeling like this could be a job situation, a job interview that you've gone on recently. It could also have to do with waiting for communication from a person who maybe is involved with someone else, and this person's trying to make up their mind about what to communicate. It doesn't have to represent someone else, because usually that's the Three of Swords when it comes up. Usually threes have to do with a group situation. I just went off now. Spirit, tell me what I was thinking there. Oh, okay. It doesn't have to be that the person or the company, the other party in the situation It doesn't have to be like a sneaky, usually I get a very sneaky feeling from this, but what I'm feeling from this card today is that the other person is feeling guilty or shameful because of something they've done in the past. So you might have been asking about a reconciliation coming up. And I think what's delaying it is the other person involved is feeling shameful for something that he or she has done in the past. If this is a company, like an interview situation, I'm feeling like the company is just they're not committed yet to choosing one person. Okay, so they're not, I don't want to say they haven't been above board with you, but there's definitely something is holding up this communication coming. You know what, can I have one more card, Spirit? I know I only asked you for 2, but can I have one more? Clarify the 7 of Swords. What's going on? Okay, the Hermit. All right. Thank you, Spirit. So the Hermit means that definitely this person or this company needs more time to think things through. Okay? This person or company is actually going within, thinking about what is really needed. Okay? So, yeah, that's what the delay is in the communication. Okay, the delay is that this other person or this company or the bank, if it's a financial question, something's happening to slow up the decision coming forward. I kind of feel like this person really knows, or this company knows, that they want you in their life. They know that you're the right fit, but they're taking more time because something is making them feel off, like they're not confident in this decision. And if it's a person, I really feel it's because something that they've done in the past. Okay? They're taking time to really reflect and to be sure that this is the right decision. Okay? So the way you're seeing it, you think it's a done deal. Okay? However, I'm not going to say you're wrong. I think, though, that you might need to be, I've said this word in all 3 readings, you have to be a little flexible. Just keep tuning into your own intuition, okay? And, we're going to get some advice cards. Let's get the advice cards first, and then I'll see if that resonates with what Spirit was saying to me. So, what, if anything, should I do? So Spirit might say that you should keep that positive energy going. Spirit might tell you to go in a different direction. Let's see. No, I'm not putting words into Spirit's mouth. That's what my spirit guide just said. Okay, sorry. What, if anything, should pile 3 do? Oh, this came up before too. Chop wood. Okay, this is basically saying don't do anything different than the way you've been doing it. So that means to stay positive. Keep expecting that message to come to you, okay? Because it is coming. But you don't need to do anything in particular. Let's see if the second card goes along with that advice. Could I have one more card of advice for pile 3? Oh, you gave me 2 more. Okay. Exchanging gifts. Okay. Keep things balanced in your life, okay? Express gratitude for what you already have, and give with an open heart to others, okay? Now, I don't think this necessarily means contacting the person or the business, but definitely, part of going within is recognizing your own talents and what you have to bring to the situation. So if you're a journal person, make a list of all the qualities that you have that would make you a perfect candidate for this job, or list all the qualities that you have that would make you a great partner or a great mother, whatever it is you're going after, okay? But keep your balance. and milk and honey. Okay, this is the card of abundance. If there was one picture to show abundance, this would be it. Okay, so it's like the land of milk and honey. Keep positive. You have greatness coming to you. Okay, you're going to hear a message, and I think it's going to be the message that you want to hear, and it's going to bring you blessings beyond your imagination. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed that reading. We're going to go on to the last part of the reading, which is the pendulum. So you're going to ask a yes or no question about the situation. Anything you want that has to do with this question that you asked. Excuse me. Okay. Okay. The answer to your question is yes. Okay. All right, I hope you enjoyed that reading. If you'd ever like a more personalized reading, please just contact me through my Facebook page or my YouTube group my Facebook group or my YouTube channel, both called Angelite Messages with Francesca. Okay, I hope you have a great day. Bye-bye.